I have never seen lines and crowds of people outside of a district administration building ahead of a school board meeting, but that was the scene tonight here in Warwick as the community came out to express their concern over potential library policy changes that could see the board take more control.
I think it is embarrassing that we are at this point as a community.
Droves of people lined up outside and packed into the Warwick School District Administration building for the latest school board meeting to let their voices be heard.
Here in Warwick, we have a big battle ahead of us.
The concern comes as an agenda item was brought up to change the district's current library policy, which is right now overseen by a library review committee.
The challenge review committee is made up of just teachers, administrators, so there's no board members that actually are part of that process. And that library review committee, the language is they own the final call on whether or not to reject the book.
But this is the change that's being proposed by the board.
I would prefer that go to the library review committee, make a recommendation to the board, and then the board can then make the decision on whether or not to move forward with that book.
Another topic brought up was certain school board members meeting with the Independence Law Center. That organization is the conservative Christian legal arm of the Pennsylvania Family Institute.
The purpose of the meeting was to perform some due diligence in connection with making a decision as to whether or not to recommend that the board speak to Independence Law Center on certain Title IX matters.
This has been a hot button topic in the area for weeks as, according to the community, the Law Center has been shopping its book banning and anti-LGBTQ policies to public school districts, and there is fear that this change in library policy could be coming from them.
They haven't been able to ban books in any other way, so now the school board wants to be the one to have this decision, and they want to pull books off the shelf that they don't agree with. And it seems like they might be using the Independence Law Center to do that.
I think we need to trust our teachers. That's why we hired them. We respect their opinions. We respect their knowledge.
And in terms of the library policy, there was not a decision made either way of how the district would move forward with that. But when it comes to the Independence Law Center and if they will obtain services from that organization, they say that they will take a vote on that in the next 2 weeks. We did directly reach out to the school board for further comment. We were told that if they feel that a comment is warranted, it will come from the district superintendent. However, we have not yet heard back. Reporting live here in Warwick, Michael Fuller, WGAL News 8.